All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to tackle a huge question, a question about the very nature of our reality. And we're going to explore a path that could completely change how you see, well, everything.
So, where are we getting all this from? Well, our guide on this journey is the incredible sage, Kanchi Mahaperiyava. The wisdom we're about to unpack comes straight from his powerful talks, which have been collected in this amazing series called The Voice of God.
So let's start with something we all know. Have you ever wondered why life feels like this constant roller coaster? You know, the good and the bad, the joy and the sorrow. We have these amazing moments of happiness, but then they're followed by tough times. Why is everything so fragmented? What's the deal with all these opposites?
Well, according to these teachings, the answer is kind of shocking. It's because our whole perception of the world is based on a fundamental illusion. We're basically seeing a broken picture and thinking it's the real thing.
This slide really lays it all out. Look at our typical view of the world. A rose is one thing, a thorn is another. Pleasure is obviously good, pain is obviously bad. But then you shift your perspective. You look at it from a place of true knowledge, what's called jnana, and suddenly all of it, the rose, the thorn, the pleasure, the pain, they're all just different flavors of the exact same thing. Pure, absolute bliss.
In this ultimate reality, this bliss, it has a name, Ananda. Now, this isn't just regular happiness we're talking about. It's an endless, constant state of bliss that is the true nature of everything. And here's the real kicker. This bliss, Ananda, isn't something different from wisdom or jnana. They are one and the same. To truly know is to experience this bliss in everything.
Okay, so if everything is supposed to be pure bliss, then what's wrong with us? Why aren't we feeling it all the time? Well, these teachings use a brilliant analogy to explain exactly why our perception is so off.
Think about your mind like it's a mirror. Now, what if that mirror was covered in dirt and was shaking all over the place? You wouldn't get a clear reflection, would you? The image would be all warped and distorted. Well, that's exactly what's happening with our minds. The dirt is all our inner baggage, our negative tendencies and impurities. And the shaking, that's our restless monkey mind, right? Jumping from one thought to the next. That's why we can't see the blissful reality that's right here in front of us.
But once you understand this problem, this flawed perception, it actually leads to this amazing revelation about who we really are, beyond that distorted reflection.
The word for this ultimate unified reality is akandam. It literally means undivided or whole. Most of the time, we experience the world as kandam, broken up into a million little pieces. But the truth is, all those pieces are part of one seamless whole.
Here's another great way to think about it. Imagine there's just one sun in the sky. If you have a bunch of tiny drops of water on the ground, what do you see? A tiny little sun reflected in every single drop. Does that mean there are thousands of suns now? No way. There's still just one sun. In the exact same way that one universal consciousness, akandam, shines as a spark of awareness inside every single one of us.
And you know, the ancient Vedic scriptures had a way of summing this whole profound truth up in just 3 incredibly powerful words.
That thou art. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. This isn't just some nice-sounding poetry, it's a statement of fact. It's saying that the universal, blissful reality, the that, is identical to the consciousness that is you, the thou. You're not just a tiny reflection, you are the sun.
Okay, that is a totally mind-blowing concept, right? But what do we do with it? How do we actually realize this for ourselves? How do we fix that distorted perception? Well, the teachings give us a very practical 2-step path. It all comes back to that mirror analogy. Step 1, cleans the mirror. We got to get rid of that dirt, our impurities and negative habits. We do that through positive actions, like charity, serving others, and just doing our duties with a good heart. And step 2, steady the mirror. We have to stop the shaking. We do that through spiritual practices that help us develop a one-pointed focus, what's called ekagrata. So by cleaning and steadying the mind, that reflection finally becomes clear, and we start to see reality as it truly is.
Now, this whole process, it's not a quick fix. It's not a magic pill. It's a gradual journey of maturing, of becoming whole. The journey is a lot like a fruit ripening on a tree. You can't just yell at a bud to become a ripe fruit, can you? It has to go through its natural stages, from a bud, to a flower, to an unripe fruit, and then finally it becomes sweet and ripe. If you try to force it, it just doesn't work. It's the same with us.
We have to be patient with our own growth and just keep practicing, allowing ourselves to ripen into this state of wisdom.
And this leads us to the most incredible realization of all, the ultimate truth, that blissful, whole reality that we're all looking for. It isn't out there somewhere. It's not hidden in a cave or in some ancient book. It is right here, right now. It is the very consciousness that's hearing these words and looking for answers. The seeker is the sought. So the real question is, can you see it?
If you found this explainer valuable and it gave you something to think about, please help us grow by liking this video, sharing it, and subscribing for more. Thanks so much for watching.